exactly the
going?
same.
Are we starting?
We're starting.
We're gonna.
We just jump right
I
into
like
it.
that. Let's vibe.
No, Mike and I have known. I think I was 17. I think I was probably 17 when I met you.
How old are you when you lived in that house with the girls?
17.
Can I tell it?
Go for it. I don't care.
So we used to hang out a lot. And there was one night we were at her house. I lived pretty close. I was on Tyler Street. She lived like on Kellogg or whatever.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a license because I was doing tons of wheelies on the street bike. And
Always.
so I walk over to her house. Some friends of ours are there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to go to the Dalton Depot. Remember the Dalton Depot used to be big?
Yeah.
Right?
So this is before Slater's time, but.
So me and my friend who shall not be named.
Yeah. He asked that we didn't say his name.
He asked that I don't say his name. We'll call him the evil genius. Everybody knows
So everybody knows who that is.
But anyways,
funny.
so he didn't have a license either. But
I didn't know this, by the
actually,
way.
I probably jumped ahead a little bit.
Maybe I knew that he didn't have his license. I don't think I knew that you didn't have your license. But anyway.
So here's the crazy part. We love to go dancing. We want to go out. Dalton Depot was it. We used to dance there all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, we need a car. I'm like, let's see if we can get Marjo's car. I'm like, Marjo, can we take your car? She's like, you can take the car, but Michael is not driving. He does not have a license.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Evil genius can take it. And I'm in my head going, does she even know his driving record versus mine?
Now, now knowing both of them, I was like, why would you do that? But anyway, go ahead.
So I'm laughing and I'm like, whatever, we got the car. So we're out. Boom. We go up to the Dalton Depot, dancing, we're leaving. It closes. Do you remember how like they used to form a line leaving there?
Yeah.
Everybody's coming back to Pittsfield in a row. So we're coming over that bridge by like where
Misty
Papa Gino's
Moonlight.
was. Yeah, Misty Moonlight coming down over the hill.
Over Merrill Road.
And so we used to fuck with each other all the time. And I would be in the passenger seat and I would point like, look, a deer. But when I would do it, I would drag my arm across the steering wheel and the car would cut left and then I'd pull the e-brake.
Yeah.
This is how we're idiots.
This is a 1992 standard Toyota Celica.
Yeah.
AKA the Gold Viper.
Thing was sick.
Yeah.
Mind you, it had one donut on it.
Oh, that's right.
With 3 lug nuts holding it on, right?
Oh, yeah.
Legit. This thing is, it was dope, but it was rickety, right? So
I forgot about that.
So I hit the steering
God,
wheel,
that's so
I pull the e-brake, we start doing a 360 in the middle of Dalton Ave, right?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, everybody from the bar is behind us.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
So they're all seeing this.
I'm at home sleeping while this is happening, by the way.
But the guy who's responsible is driving, right?
Right.
Lights go on from the opposite side. Here we go. Now, mind you, the person that we're just talking about, driving, just got out of jail.
Just got out of jail.
Okay.
And he ain't going back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
right?
of course. Yeah.
So lights turn on, gas pedal hits the floor. I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go, right? So we take off. I'm like, what are you thinking? Now, mind you, we're like, it's a Celica. It takes a little while to get going.
Yeah.
But
Right?
once it was going.
Once it got going, so we're coming by. Remember where Blockbuster Video was, right? I don't know what's around town now. So
It's like where Benson's Pet Supply is now. And like all
so you're
that.
heading toward Dalton.
no,
No,
we're heading to
they're coming
Pittsfield.
from headed
gotcha.
towards
Oh, that's right.
Tyler.
Heading back
yeah.
in the depot. Gotcha.
So he's got it gunned. I got the window cracked, maybe relieving my pocket of things I shouldn't have on me.
Yeah.
And the cop is right here. Like literally the light is, it feels like he's sitting in the back seat and he's like, you guys just want to pull over? Or he's talking to us. Now we're going 120, 130 by the time
With
we
a
get
donut.
Come on.
with a
With a
donut
donut
that's
and 3
rated
lug
for
nuts.
130.
14 miles an hour. And there's 3 lug nuts holding it on, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it didn't get up to 130, but it was between 120 and 130. I know because it was as fast as the car would go.
It wasn't
And the
going any
cop is
faster.
still just bumper to bumper. We're not getting away, right?
Yeah.
And so I got my feet, I'm like this. I got my feet on the dash and I'm going, well, what's the plan, you know? And I literally said, I watch way too much Cops for this. It's not going to end well, right?
Yeah.
Remember that was popular 20. Now keep in mind, this is 20-something years ago, all right?
Of course.
This
This is the first thing I'm
this
saying.
is-
I don't want everybody to think this is
This
me.
is 2002, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe 2003. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we get going. We're down Dalton Ave now. You know where Dalton meets Tyler. It's that rotary now. The rotary wasn't there back then.
Yeah.
Safe light glasses on the side, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm like, listen, if we get down there and we're still going this fast, I'm pulling the e-brake and whatever happens, happens. We ain't making that corner in this piece of shit.
Right.
And he's like, don't worry, I got it. Of course, right? Famous
course,
last words.
yeah.
So we get down there. He hits the e-brake. We slide sideways. I don't even, have I ever told you all of this?
I think so, but keep going.
So we slide sideways. Now we're going up the street by Safe Light Glass. He's like, got him. And I'm like, this is a dead end. He's like, I do it all the time on the street bike. Well, at the top, there's like a sidewalk that goes up. You're on a street bike. You're fine.
Right.
Yeah.
We're in the Celica with a donut on it. We get to the end. He pulls the e-brake again. The thing's smoking, and he's out running next to the car as it's still going. And I'm like this.
I thought
and the cop is right on us, and then the cop runs by.
Yeah.
And I'm still like this, and the car's filled with smoke because we've been just skidding, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking around, and there's no cops, and I get out, and I run home, right? They beat the shit out of him around the corner. He comes he goes to jump over. He goes to jump over the fence, and the door's open. Yeah. And the cop just walked through and caught him on the other side, beat him up, maced him, everything. So he goes to jail.
So he went back.
He went back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And so
then his girlfriend at the time, side note, shows up wiling out on me. Okay.
Really?
Yes.
No, tell me that part.
So then the car at the time is registered to my parents.
Oh, man.
I'm the primary. So I get a phone call from my mother at like 7 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. Where the fuck is your car? I'm like, it's in the driveway. She's like, no, it's not. And who is, she says this person's name. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, what happened? So I start blowing up Mike's phone. Mike's like, I haven't seen him since the depot. I have no idea what you're talking about.
So I'll tell you why it was like that. So I come home.
Well, I get it now.
I'm drunk. I'm calling my kid's mom, who I was still with at the time, and I'm crying, I think. And I'm like, I'm going to jail, this and that. Yeah. I don't know why I feel like there was helicopters and I'm like, it wasn't that serious, right? No. But like there was a lot of cops.
Who was the cop?
There were Stadies, I think.
Yeah, it was impounded at the state police department. I had to go to Cheshire.
So I wake up, right? And Marjo's calling me off the hook, and I'm like, at the time, it was just standard to not talk on the phones.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, I understand it now.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm not saying shit because they got him and they ran it, like I'm being investigated.
He's like, I thought you were there with the cops trying to get me.
I'm like, what do you mean? He didn't bring it back? So like, I instantly throw on some clothes and I run to our house.
Yeah.
I get there and I'm like, sit down, I gotta tell you a story.
So then this guy's girlfriend, who I think it's fair to say she was a little wild at the time.
I'm trying to remember which one it was. Okay.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I think I do.
Anyway, she was a feisty one and was not afraid to beat a bitch up. She came pounding on the door of my apartment. Why the fuck is my boyfriend using your car? Blah, blah, blah. What the fuck are you like?
And it wasn't, he didn't even want to. I wanted to. And she goes, you can't. He can. And then, just the whole story.
Oh my God.
Thinking back, I was thinking
Where's
about that.
Where's this guy now?
Oh, you know him. You know him well.
He's down the road.
Gotcha.
I just seen him on the way here.
You know.
All right, I got you. All right.
Okay.
So welcome to the Off Air Podcast, everybody. Mike McInerney's here from Texas.
From Texas. Wait, do you identify
Pittsfield native?
As
I have a Texas ID.
Or do you,
I'm legit now.
Okay.
Nobody identifies from Pittsfield, so if you go to any,
I do.
I
do.
You do.
I do.
But you still live here.
I do. I love it. I do.
Yeah.
I used to love it.
Yeah. How come you don't love it anymore?
So I travel a lot, right? And for work and play. And there's just so much opportunity out there. There's so many things to do. And there's just like, you see worse for sure, but like you see how some cities are really focused on forward growth and like making sure there's stuff to do and people are happy. And I not to shit on anybody, I just didn't feel like that. I own 2 businesses across the street for how long, right? Like, and it was just not friendly for business growth.
Yeah, I mean, we certainly hear that. You're not the first person to say that for sure.
Yeah, I don't want to step on any toes. We know everybody out here, but like, it's when you can't do anything, you kind of get into trouble, right? And so like, I feel like that's why I got in a lot of trouble back in the day. I was a troublemaker for sure, but like when you looked at the options, it's like, what was keeping me out of this, And I've tried, like my house on Peck's Road, I built a bike park. Legit bought the land from this dude, started building it. Now I didn't do it the right way. I didn't have permits, I didn't have all this, but there was like an indigenous plant in the back, right? And so they came and they go, this is catastrophic. This is $100,000 in fines and blah, blah, blah. And then one person that I knew showed up and he goes, oh, so-and-so, what are you doing here? All right, you could take it from here. And it was, it's good old boy system, which thankfully I knew the guy, but they tore everything down. And it was like, dude, I'm making a bike park that I was going to donate to the city on land that's dead by a dead waterfall. Peck's Pond. You ever been up there? Like, what are we
No,
doing?
but I know about where you live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, you know, used to
Yeah,
live there.
I think that sometimes there's so many hoops that people have to jump through that they end up trying to skate around and take shortcuts.
Just all right.
and
So
then they shut it down, right?
did we meet through my Halloween parties?
I think so.
Yeah.
All
I
yeah,
remember
I
is
never.
Ryan
I
Seacrest.
don't.
When I think of you, I think
Yeah.
of Ryan Seacrest
Oh my
from
God.
that
Oh
year.
my God,
You
you're
remember?
making his whole day when you say stuff like that.
No, not Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
so, like,
we
those
were on the
Halloween-
radio,
those-
and you wanted to come on and promote the radio stuff.
Yeah, so I would come see you guys like once a year, do promo stuff and this and that. But like they would make that so hard for me to have that party. And I get it, right? Like there's a lot of problems around that stuff, but like I never had no problems.
Yeah. Oh, they were a good time
And
back
they
in
were
the day.
they were like Bosque was one of the last ones. They said, you got to do all this. I did all this. They came in, they tore everything down.
What do you mean? Like, it
So
wasn't up
for
to, like,
every
code
for
or
every
whatever?
party, I had to have the building inspector, the health inspector. You know, you have to get approvals. You have to hire police officers. I want to do it right? And the building inspector would always find something wrong, and that's cool. Like we're down to do it. So we tore everything down, and he goes, so this was the year at Bosque. It was like apocalypse theme, I think, right? And so we wanted the VIP to kind of be like everything's apocalyptic, but the VIP is like where the rich people hide out, and you know. So we were trying to do that theme, right? So we had fence up, and then we had like Vinny Barilli came and had his whole crew come. They do asbestos, and they came and built this beautiful enclosure with like all their Mylar or whatever they use. At the hospital, mind you. So it's good enough for the hospital, but not a party at Bosque, right?
Yeah.
And so, you got to take all this down. It's not fireproof. So I drive to Worcester and buy a $500 roll of this fireproof stuff, tear everything down, come back. He's got his whole crew helping me, right? They build it all the right way.
Yeah.
They come shut it down again at like literally the party was Friday or something, I think, or Saturday, and it was the day before.
Why did they, like, who was coming to inspect this? Like, I don't understand why you can't, like, the building inspector? or
Building
whatever?
inspector. So I needed the building, I think it was the building inspector. Yeah, building inspector, the health department.
But it's like a private, I don't even know. I mean,
Well,
listen, I get
take
it.
us back for those.
Well, I get it.
For
We
those
had
who don't know what
600 people at the church, right?
For
So
those
it's
who
like-
don't know what we're talking about, how long were you throwing? Was it Halloween? That was your thing. You threw Halloween parties, right? Big.
Yeah,
huge-
yeah,
Oh, this went back to when I was bartending
yeah.
at the depot, I think, right?
The depot was the first
Mike
one.
Mack's
I can't
Halloween
remember
Bash,
what year
whatever
it
When
was.
Randy Randy owned the depot still. Yeah.
Yeah. And so
Right.
we did these annually every year. We would pick a new spot, try to
Right.
spread the
And it
business
would be
around.
theme based.
They would be, well, in the
Well, it
beginning
was-
they weren't
it
because
was
we were
just
just punk
Halloween,
kids,
yeah.
and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
We'd be
yeah,
putting out like mixtape flyers for the
Right.
thing. You know what I mean?
You did one in Lanesboro that year that I got that Mike Heck
Mike
DJ.
Heck, yeah. That was
Remember?
the Coyote Den. at the
Coyote
time.
Den,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Now it's a liquor store, by the way.
They all
Now
are.
it's a liquor- yeah.
Right.
Like the only thing that makes money out here.
Even those aren't making that much money anymore, but anyway.
I think the Crown Plaza is where
That's where we met.
that's-
Yeah, because
yes.
you guys,
Oh, did
because
you
you
go to
guys
one of
did the
those?
radio station
Yes.
live through the
we,
party.
that's
You
right.
did?
We did. Yeah, this was
That was definitely before
That was
me.
pre you, huh?
You had
Yeah.
a live broadcast
We did.
from your Halloween
Yeah,
party.
dude.
I
yeah,
did not
Katie
know that.
Casavan
That's
and
wild.
Carly were there.
Oh, that tracks.
And
Makes sense.
yeah, and you did some video to go with it as well. Some,
We had
some sort
so
of
I tried
commercial.
to
It was very
have
well done. I
everything-
remember.
Well, yeah, we tried to make videos for the party, but we
Yep.
also started doing commercials around then. And I had like Justin Allen, remember him?
Yeah.
yes.
That's when they started really getting good. And the promotion was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy good. And they got really good, but like people don't know what went into that. Like the tree fell down at Bosque on the building the night before. And there's a video of that of like he made of us chopping the tree. Like everything was
right.
against
That's
us
right.
right up until it was party time, and then it was good. But I remember that one at Bosque, the whole floor was jumping because they came
This was
in
the old Bosque or the new? This
The
was the
old
old
Bosque.
The old Bosque.
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely,
So
yeah.
like they were funny up there. Like they were all about money. But anyways, like
So did you feel like they wanted to attack? They wanted to shut it down because it was you?
well, this one was she didn't care as long as I kept giving her money. She was good with
Who's
anything.
she?
The one that ran it at the time, I forget her name.
Sherry Roberts?
Sherry.
Gotcha.
Was it Sherry and her
Yeah.
kid that was there?
Yeah, PJ Roberts.
Yeah. That. Right? Which is cool. Whatever. You're in
Yeah.
it for the money. Me too.
Yeah.
But the building inspector got involved and they did an inspection and they said upstairs is good for 60 people.
Yeah.
Downstairs is good for 50.
Yeah.
And then there was like
You're like,
another
"That's
room
not
that
gonna
was
work."
50. I'm like, I sold 500 tickets
You're like,
already,
"This isn't
right?
gonna work."
And they go, well, find an architect or an engineer. Now, mind you, this is the night before. Nobody can get this.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, the same person that helped me get out of the gym when the stuff was happening at my house
Yeah.
happened to give him a call.
That's all you know, right?
Oh my God. He goes down there. He goes, what do you want? Whatever you want, I'll stamp it for that. He's like, not really like that because I don't want to get nobody in trouble, but it was basically like that.
You got to tell me who it is when we're done.
I will. And he so accidentally pocket dialed me from the meeting the next day, the morning of the party. We're not even sure we're having it yet. I got 500. Now, keep in mind,
You've sold
I
tickets,
saved a lot of the money, but like
Still,
it's
you
a
spent a lot too,
$10,000 production just going into it beforehand. So a lot of the money I'm taking and trying to like make it better, right? And I was never in it to make money. I only wanted the party to be awesome.
Right.
Right. And so I've spent a lot of people's money. If this gets canceled, it's coming out of my pocket now, and I'm not in it for that at all.
Yeah.
And so he calls me from his pocket, and I hear the whole meeting, and Randy Stein, that fucker. This dude would come. You know who I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
of
The
course,
angry
yeah.
midget over there.
Oh,
Randy, if
my
you're
God.
watching. Anyways.
Yeah.
So
He was kind of a killjoy. I mean,
he was
you know,
just like, but he played so I have a shop across the street and he would come in every day and play my best friend when he wanted Jeep stickers for his truck. And I'm like, dude, hell yeah, I got it in,
That's
right?
amazing.
And then, dude, I don't know if we can call
Very
people
on
out
brand.
on this, but
Well, we sure can.
so he played my best friend. I helped that dude with a bunch of things. And then I get the call from this guy's pocket and I hear him going, that dude's no party promoter. He doesn't do this. And I'm like, buddy, I have literally everything. I'm doing everything legit. You know what I mean? We got a team of people working on this shit. Oh man, I heard him throw me under the bus. But anyways, they got it done. And that was the last thing that boss guy basically ever had. It was dope. But the whole floor was bouncing.
Yeah,
there.
that building was structurally a little... That's funny.
It was a good time. Good time.
He yelled at us for having a toaster oven in the kitchenette at work.
He likes the rules. You know, he's a rules guy. I like rules too, but he was what?
Nothing.
Yeah.
We followed the rules. It's just, some things are like, is this detrimental to, is somebody going to die?
Yeah.
Or like, are you just being a dick?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I get it.
How high are you right now?
I'm not high. I'm just tired.
I haven't seen her in a while, but her eyes look low.
Do they? I'm like,
Oh my God.
it's been a long day.
So I feel like there's so much to talk about. So you went to you left Pittsfield.
Yep.
Who were the Sandbox Kings? What is that?
Sandbox Kings
You
was a
were
company-
massive graphic impact. You massive graphics. Sorry.
Yeah. Massive Graphics was an existing company.
Yeah.
I used to work at the resort selling timeshare. And,
All right.
Ironically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they closed down. I ended up being a car salesman for like 9 minutes. And
Oh,
I was
where?
like, this
Oh, really?
sucks.
I did
at
that.
Bedarts.
Yeah. Okay.
At the Jeep
with-
side, though, and if
Yeah.
you know anybody, shout out Dave Conde. He's the only guy that gets any business. For 30 years, he's been selling there. And so they walk in and they go,
Yeah.
where's Dave?
Yeah, no, totally.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
God.
how
And
it
if
is
you
in
don't have
small towns.
If you don't,
yeah,
cars is cool if you have
dealerships,
a base and you got,
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
But I hated it. And so Matt Murray came in and I was like, you still got that like sticker place over there? I was like, I went there to get stickers. It was closed. I want to like, how do I get in there? And I'm like, I went there. He opened it up. I'm like, dude, we can make some money. Let me kind of run the business side of things. I don't know shit about graphic design. I don't do stickers. I don't do nothing. But like, if we're
You
going to sell
learn.
some stuff and like have contacts, like I'll do that. So we took that over. And then I had an Instagram when Instagram first started for promoting amateur motocrossers. And the thing started getting good, right?
Yeah.
But like nobody.
Well, you've been in that world for so long.
Yeah.
Since you were a little kid, right?
Yeah. And so I'm like, how do I monetize this? Right. And so we were like everybody else, we're going to make a clothing company. Right. And it's like clothing companies suck when you're just starting and you have no money because you got to keep stock. You got to do all this different stuff. And I'm looking around and I'm promoting this thing from a graphics shop. And I'm like, dude, all we need is a designer to make, because I'm not a designer. And it's a very niche market, right? Like for motocross design, dirt bike graphics, very niche. So got a designer, started designing, and that thing just took off, right? We were like one of the top companies in the world, like overnight, it seemed like, and that's kind of what that was. And then so COVID came and nobody was working, right? I mean, we make signs for businesses. Every business was closed, right? So like nobody needed anything. And not to mention, I'm like, why are we working if nobody's working? Let's
Yeah.
take some time off. So
Yeah.
I told everybody we're taking like 4 or 5 months. After that time, everybody had different jobs.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't
Yep.
like I had them on some pay plan
Yeah.
where they were making money on the I
Right.
didn't need it, but they did.
Right.
And
so
I didn't
then when
think
you
of that.
got when you got ramped back up, then you had nobody to.
So we ramped back up and it's just me. I'm answering the phone, doing the emails, doing the
Yeah.
design, doing the production, doing the back end stuff, shipping, literally everything.
were you producing the clothes? Were you making the stuff here, or you were outsourcing the?
I was basically doing everything for a
Wow.
while. And then I started getting smart, like, okay,
Yeah.
you know, like screen print takes a long time. Let's send this out.
Yeah.
Middleman was the trick. If I was to do it all again, you know, I sold the stuff to Jesse Salvini. I was like, dude, just middleman everything. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Don't be
yeah.
a hero.
He's still running it.
He has his shop on Tyler Street.
Gotcha.
So what's Sandbox Kings?
It was just, what's the name?
Yeah. What is that?
So that was the company, right? That's what I'm describing was the company, but the
Oh,
name,
gotcha. All right.
the
So I
name
thought-
came from.
So Massive Graphics was
Massive
existing.
Graphics was
You-
like the sign shop, local
Right.
sign
Yeah.
stuff. I had an Instagram that I started called Sandbox
Ah,
Kings.
gotcha.
Sorry about that. Maybe
That's
I-
all right. Yeah.
But it ended up becoming a thing to where I was like, I need to monetize this, and that's where the business came from.
Right.
Are you still doing it?
No.
So anybody who has original Sandbox King stuff, it's like now higher in value because you can't get it anymore.
I would like to think so.
Yeah.
I
So,
seen a
I
dude
mean-
yesterday with a kit, and there's still people that rock clothes, and they come
Yeah.
out and they're like, I don't know if they lost them or something, but I'll see somebody with the freshest hat, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm now buying the stuff back from people, literally because I
That's
want
funny.
it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you like, so you grew up with Marjo in the Pittsfield, Mass area. Like, I don't really know anything about you.
You wouldn't have been hanging out with us anyway.
you know, really, like, yeah.
We
Even if you
were.
had-
I mean, you
we
were.
a
yeah,
certain-
what? Here's what I hear about you. You're a great
God.
time. That's what I hear. Oh,
We've
Mike,
had some good
Mike
times.
Mac. You know, he's a great time.
Yeah, tell me what else they say.
You know,
Say it all. I like it all.
what's he doing partying on the lake with a bunch of 20-year-old girls? I remember.
I have Peter Pan syndrome
You know,
or something.
he's 40, right? Yeah, I remember hearing a lot of that. Like your boat would be chained together with.
Why does nobody say this about Leonardo DiCaprio? The
Yeah.
guy's 60 and he goes out
Yeah.
a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
They
Right,
do say
right.
it about him. Trust me.
cool.
They
Well, that's not the
do.
first thing.
He-
I heard.
right.
They
He-
do say it about him.
He's a skilled, like, motocross dude, right? You are, yeah,
Very,
yeah.
very.
I mean, what?
You don't need to be humble all of a sudden with that. No, he's
Yeah.
very, very good on
You know,
a bike.
keep yourself in good shape.
Well, I'm
right?
older
You want
now, and I don't do it
TRT?
as much. Yeah.
You want TRT? Take steroids? What's the?
No, funny story. I got some tests one time. I didn't do blood work. I'm just taking the car guy's
Okay.
advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
God.
And you can't really
Like-
drop names. It's such a small town.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm
Yeah,
taking
well,
I'm
everybody
taking the
knows what you're
gym
talking
bros advice of like just do
Right.
whatever 2C whatever the hell
Right.
it is, right?
Yeah.
And my testosterone's super high, anyways, right? And so like
How high?
like very high, probably like around 1,000.
All right, that's good.
Yeah,
Mine's like 480.
yeah, that's not good.
I'm in 45.
I'm 45.
God.
You are all right.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
anyways,
so- okay, yeah.
but I was doing it, but it was less than I think what my body was producing.
Right.
And so it was literally the opposite. Everybody's like, dude, you're going to be so horny. You're going to be this. You're gonna be...
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, my dick hasn't gone hard since. Can we talk like this on here?
Yes.
I'm
yeah.
like, I haven't been hard since I started taking this stuff. And then I started getting depressed.
I
and,
was gonna say I
so
didn't
it's
think
going
that
the
I
other way.
did that.
It was,
yeah.
but like, yeah, but it's my fault. I didn't do like blood work. I was just taking the gym bros advice. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
I think that it doesn't. Isn't the gym bro testosterone bad for your libido?
I don't.
I thought-
I never
don't
heard of
know.
it working the other way, but I mean, if it's already 1,000, that's
Well,
pretty
so
good.
like
dude.
basically, it's if you're putting in more than you produce, it shuts off your balls making the stuff.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
And so
yeah.
my balls got small, my dick
Yeah.
got soft,
Come
and I'm
on.
not fucking jacked
I
up.
was
I'm like,
just
this is
gonna
going the
say,
other
I'm
way.
like, I'm pretty sure it makes your balls smaller. That's what I was always told.
It did.
Well, steroids does, but
yes.
not.
Yes. Well, that's
but
what we were talking
but
about.
testosterone.
Right? Weren't
Test-
we talking?
TRT.
Test is steroids, yeah.
Yeah.
TRT is testosterone replacement
Yes.
therapy.
No, I know that. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I keep
I
drinking
thought
Red
there
Bull.
was.
It's yours now.
Why are you doing tests?
No, but I mean, I would not like steroids, but I mean, TRT.
TRT is steroids.
Maybe. Not really.
I mean,
it's-
what is it then?
I don't know why you guys are looking at me like I have.
It's testosterone
I wish I was
replacement
high
therapy.
right
It's
now.
Right.
steroids. I'm pretty sure
Anabolic
that's what it
steroids, like the stuff that like
Same shit. You know, the
Like
inhalers
Jose
for
Canseco
fucking
and
asthma,
shit,
that's steroids. Anything that, you know.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah, but like the Jose Canseco steroids, I've
Right.
always been told.
Like he was
What,
on TRT.
what do you have? Like a lotion or something you rub on?
No, nothing. I don't do anything.
Oh, didn't you just say you do TRT?
No, I said I
You better at 480.
I'm
You better fire that hog up, kid. You're too young for that thing.
Well,
I wish I was high right now for this.
Yeah.
Let's smoke weed. Can we smoke weed in here?
No.
Yeah,
I just came from
no.
Steve's office actually right before here.
yeah.
I'm like, where's the studio?
I don't
He's
think
like,
Ryan would let us smoke weed in here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, set up the smoke
well,
alarm.
no way.
We'll disconnect it. Anyway.
try
Because my
Let's
buddy,
get
my
this thing shut down.
45
Where's
year old
Randy Stein? when
buddy
we-
of mine, yeah,
Oh my
right.
God.
He's like, I'm thinking about doing a cycle. I'm like, I don't know.
So
if I'll do that.
peptides is the rage now.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine doing that as
Yeah.
well. Wolf peptides? Is that what he? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck he calls it. But
He's doing
anyway,
it every day.
so you moved to Texas about a year ago?
Yeah, about a year ago, next month, something
Right.
like that. Yeah.
Because you're a bro.
Well, after I got sick of what does that even mean?
He means
Well, I
like,
mean, like,
bro
if
culture,
you-
like Joe Rogan
yeah.
culture, Texas,
I understand.
freedom.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we
I
have the
mean,
same
I'm just
process.
translating
I'm-
for it.
yeah,
I'm
we
just
have the
tran-
same
We have the
exact
same
chain
exact.
right
We have
across.
the
Look at
same
that.
exact.
When's the
thing.
last time either of
same
you have been to
exact
church?
thing.
I want to know.
I went to church 3 weeks ago.
All right. Fair enough.
It's been a little
But
bit longer.
I got to
for me,
tell you,
though.
I went to try one of these new Texas churches, like these mega churches,
Yeah.
and all they talked about was money, and it was such a
Yeah.
turnoff. And I was like, "Fuck
yeah,
this place! They're
yeah.
scamming people."
Who? Osteen?
Probably.
Like that type of
What do you mean?
that
Probably. No,
type
you
of
know,
thing.
Joel Osteen.
No, it wasn't
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a million of them.
But
No, I
that
understand,
type
yeah.
of mega church.
Yes, of course,
For-profit
yeah.
mega
But
church.
No, that's
I
not-
really
that's not
like
what I'm
Texas
interested
because
in.
of that. Almost everybody in my area goes to church. Super religious, super traditional, super.
Wait, where are you? Austin?
But I'm north of Austin. Austin is just like here. It's super liberal. It's the motto is keep Austin weird,
Yeah.
and it's fucking weird. You know,
Yeah.
I don't really go into the city. Like
Yeah.
downtown 6th Street, you probably hear about that all the time.
Yeah.
Super collegey.
Yeah.
That's where that dude shot the place up recently. You probably saw that on the news right
feel
after
like
right
there's
after the
shootings
war
every day.
started. The guy came over there and shot up 6th Street in Austin. Anyways, whatever. Is there a war? I don't know.
I got a
don't
buddy
think
of mine in Belleville.
Is there a
which
war?
is there a war? Yeah. Well, I mean, Iran is going. But so you say north of
Yeah.
Austin?
Yeah, I love it out there. So
It's hot.
essentially,
It's hot. It's like
after Sandbox
temperature-wise.
Kings, I got a new job because
Yeah.
I got sick of doing everything myself and got back into sales, getting people out of
you
timeshare
getting people
now.
out of
Yeah.
timeshares,
Yeah.
right? So
Who's
you're
still
like
buying timeshares this day
Apparently,
and
they
age?
had a banner year last year.
Really?
and
Does
yeah,
that surprise you?
Yeah.
I just feel like people know that for the I mean, I'm sure there's some people who get their money's worth
I
out
think
of them,
what happens
but like,
is people are on vacation. You're in. Listen.
Yeah, you're in the
Here's what
moment.
people don't understand. When you buy a timeshare, if it's 10, 20, 50, 100 grand, whatever they are, because they sell them for every price.
Yeah.
All of that money is commissions.
Yeah.
Right. All that money goes to the people who marketed you, the gifts, the guy who toured you, his manager,
Yeah.
the director, all the way up to the president. Right.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of money in it
yeah,
because they're big deals and
Yeah,
it's just
yeah, yeah.
commission. But the reason that you get all that money is because that salesperson's putting you in a contract that the company will make way more money than that original
the
sale
long run.
in 10 years.
Yeah.
It's a 10-year thing, right? So
Gotcha.
in 10 years, as long as you keep it that long, they're going to make more than what the sale was.
I just feel like people know that timeshares are scams for them. Is that fair to say? I don't know. Like, I feel like that's the public perception of a
Yeah.
timeshare now.
They weren't always like that,
Which is
though.
why
in
companies-
in timeshare's defense, like if they stayed like they were when they started, where you split a condo into 52 weeks and you sold those weeks,
Yeah.
you're deeded those things. You legit own that shit,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And nobody else can have it, and it's in perpetuity, which means it goes to your kids. That's kind of what's fucking people now, is because they're in perpetuity and they ain't worth shit, right? But
yeah,
if they
yeah.
stayed that way in the beginning, all the condos that they used to sell on the beach, all the timeshares, would be sold out, and you'd
Yeah.
make the price of what it is.
Yeah.
And all of us who owned it would have had an owners association. We would have voted Hilton out, Marriott out, all the people
Right.
that raise your maintenance fees, and we would have got your cousin Jorge to clean the pool or mow the lawn or whatever. And now it's
Yeah.
cheap, but
Yeah.
it didn't go that way. It got greedy, and the developers just kept changing how it worked and whatever. So
why is it so hard to get out of? Like why? I
because
mean,
of
I
the
hear
contract that you sign when you're there buying the thing, it's a deed in perpetuity, meaning it's forever. Not just for you, it's attached to your estate. Now it goes to your kids.
Right.
And sometimes like your whole estate will be held up in probate before you can. Imagine you can't get your mom's house because
right.
because
they had a
she
timeshare
signed-
with backload maintenance fees.
Oh my god, that's
But
crazy.
that's what happens, and that's why it's a rush to get out. And but
How do you get people out of them?
so majority of the work is already done, right? There's been a bunch of lawsuits. There's the precedent's already set. It's
Got
just
ya.
you need professionals that know
how to play the game,
do
navigate
that just
it.
do the paperwork and
Like Chuck McDowell from Wesley Financial. It's Chuck McDowell.
Does that air?
Get you out of
Does
your
that air on our
timeshare.
station?
Yeah, Wesley Financial. You know what I'm talking about.
I love that guy. I make a lot of money
Yeah,
off those
I'm not a
commercials.
lawyer. Yeah,
Do
right,
you?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, I'm Chuck.
No. No, I have his contract and I show him what they do versus what we do.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
But anyway, so I got into that and I kept the shop here and I was working 7 days a week. And so I was traveling. They send me to a new city every week. I worked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's it. And so I would fly to a new city, work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, fly home Friday morning, work in the shop Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, get up at 3 a.m, fly out again. Right. And I was, I'm burning the candle at both ends, but I really only took the job mainly because I didn't want to not do that. I like owning my own business.
Yeah.
I like making my own hours. I like the connections I've made. I like whatever. And it was just like more so I wanted the sky miles. I wanted the this, I wanted the that. But like I walk in my first day and the average deal size was like $7,000. And my first deal was 62,000, like first person I talked to, right? And so like I'm smashing records right off rip, and I'm like,
so you're getting to travel, you're making money.
It's literally the same thing as selling the timeshare. I'm just on the others, and I'm like, I'm fucking good at that.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, I'm gonna do this. I might as well make some money,
right?
And then so I started it got to a point where it was like they promoted me, and I was a manager, and now I'm like basically making what I was making at the shop, anyways. But not doing anything. Yeah. I'm talking to people. Yeah. I'm not producing client, you know what I mean? Like all the extra stuff.
No pressure.
But I'm still working 7 days a week. And then they were like, my boss was getting demoted and they flew somebody else in to take that position. And I'm like, why am I not getting looked at? Yeah. I'm like, have you ever looked at my numbers? I'm literally winning I'm undefeated. Nobody's ever beat me in numbers as a manager, ever. I'm undefeated. Yeah. And this is still my first year, right? So I was like top sales guy, undefeated top manager in the company, because there's teams that go all over the country and do the same thing every week, right? And I'm like, why am I not? And he's like, all right, hot shot, you got 5 weeks to prove yourself. I'm like,
no problem.
Give me one.
Yeah.
Later that day, I seen him call the president. He goes, there's fucking generational talent over here, right? Like I'm running
that's great, Mike.
over the dude. Yeah. And so they promoted me and I was like, I've been pretty much undefeated in that too.
Yeah. So you love it.
I absolutely.
And the company's based out of Texas, or that's just where you chose to move to? Like you can.
Ironically, it is out of Texas. Okay. But they're out of Houston.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I'm thinking I don't need. So after that, I sold the company because why am I working 7 days a week when I make way more doing 3 days? And and so I sold that, and my family all lives in Tennessee now.
Oh yeah.
My kid was in
Your
Salt
brother's in
Lake.
Tennessee?
Yep, my brother, my 2 brothers, my mom.
I think I only know Chris.
Yeah. The other one's older than us.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm like, where the fuck where would you move, right? Like if you can go anywhere, where would you go? You just got to be by an airport. Well, if you fly every week, middle of the country makes sense.
Yeah.
How about no state income tax?
Yep.
How about, for me, I wanted it a little less liberal, which is, when you say Austin is crazy because Austin's super liberal.
But a lot of states are like that are like purple, like the cities are
Yeah.
super
The
liberal,
city's
and then
always
you
like
go
that.
outside.
Yeah.
Colorado's the same way. You go into the more rural parts or like the ranching, the farming. It's a lot different.
I've never been to Texas. I'd love to go there.
Come down.
You haven't?
Never been to Texas.
It's really. I mean,
Have you seen my house down there?
No, I've seen pictures on your
Have you seen it?
social media. Yeah.
Fucking
You got a
ridiculous.
pool.
So you've seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if you live in, he's
Uh-huh.
a creeper. I feel like if you live in Texas, you have to have a pool, right? I don't know. If I lived
So
in the South,
I
how do you live in the South and not
I did
have
like
a pool?
a Google.
It'd be like being in Florida and not having a pool. Like, I don't understand.
I was not moving there without a pool. Like everybody has like community pools and shit, but I'm like, dude, I want to wake up and jump in my pool naked every morning. It's fucking 100 at breakfast time. I'm not going to the local pool,
Yeah.
But if you want to go down there, like I'm there probably 3 days this month. So I'll give you the code. You guys can go use it whenever.
So you like being just bouncing around. You like traveling. You like obviously that.
I love the
that
travel.
lifestyle,
I
yeah.
love the, that's what a lot of people ask. Do you ever get sick of the airports? Because airports suck, right? But I love it.
Yeah.
It's literally like,
I feel the same way.
when
I
that
understand.
plane takes off, you're going somewhere else.
Yes.
So for some reason,
I
that's
say the
exciting to
same.
me,
I say the same thing to people all the time. They're like, "Oh, I'd much rather drive." I'm like, "Huh?" I was like, I think it's
But
crazy.
even still, if you're driving, you're going somewhere else.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
exciting.
Well, like I know when I'm going to be in the airport, like I'm going to see something I've never seen on the other side. Even if I've been to that place before, like
Yeah.
you're probably going to have a new experience. You'll learn something new. You're going to meet somebody new.
I'll tell you one thing that like this job did for me was we go to every city, right?
Yeah.
So there's so many places out there that are super cool that you would never go to,
Yeah.
right? Like who the fuck's going to Columbus, Ohio? Columbus
I am.
is
Slater.
sick.
Slater's
month.
literally going
yeah,
next
actually
month.
Friday. Excuse me. Yeah,
Columbus
yeah.
is sick.
For a wedding. Yeah, Dublin. Actually,
Downtown's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know. Yeah, it's
Right?
nice. Yeah.
Like Seattle. I would have never went to
Yeah.
Seattle. It's
Yeah.
it's always raining. It's
Yeah.
always, all
Yeah.
the things you hear.
Yeah.
Well, Seattle's dope, right? Savannah, Georgia, whatever, Charleston. I had no desire to go there. Charleston's dope. We were just
Yeah.
talking about it,
My buddy
Yeah.
Ben lived in Charleston for a while.
Oh, yeah?
South Carolina, loved
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
But
beautiful.
there's so many
Yeah.
cool places out there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but what was happening was I was going to all these dope places and flying back here and driving in and being like,
Just didn't feel like home to you anymore. Or?
there was just nothing to do.
Yeah. I mean, I push back on that. I always find stuff to do, but I know what you're saying.
What do you
You're
do?
certainly
What do you
not
do?
the only
What do you do?
person. I mean, I skied a ton this winter. There's always different
Where?
events going on. I went to Jiminy. I went to Bosque. I went to Butternut.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I think
Have you
if
ever
you look,
skied in like,
I think
you said you you go to visit Dana,
Yeah.
Colorado?
Mhm.
Did
Yeah, I
you
skied
ski
out there all the time. Yeah.
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 We go to Aspen. I'm like, why would I ever go to the ice coast again? It's like-
Listen, skiing out west does spoil the East Coast skiing. Trust me.
But it's so expensive.
But yes, it's very expensive. You got to get a pass.
it's so expensive.
Well, our buddy was a snowmaker at a Telluride. I think you know him. So anyway, listen, I understand what you're saying, but I think if you look for stuff, there are events happening. I know what you're saying. You're not the only person who says that, Mike, but like, I don't know. I could go online and find an event happening. I could find multiple events happening Friday
Well,
and
I'm gonna
Saturday
hit you
night. Okay.
Because I literally texted everybody coming in here 11 o'clock at night the other night. Came from New York City, and I'm like, what is, like, I went to Taco Bell.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that. It's since
I haven't eaten Taco Bell
Like the
since
late
like
night-
3 years before I moved out of this
the late
place.
night bar scene or like food
Or
scene
anything.
has
What do you do if
definitely
you don't
changed.
drink? I don't
Yes,
drink. I'm
yeah.
with my man. Here you go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
But like this year alone, I went to Formula One racing down the street from my house, MotoGP down the street from my house.
Yeah, I mean,
Austin City
obviously,
Limits.
Austin's going to be more exciting than Pittsfield.
Well, I get it, but like
is.
there's a million places like that, right?
Yeah.
So my only thought was, and I'm not comparing the two. I'm just thinking like, why am I here if I don't need to be,
Sure,
right? Like
I get
I
it.
stayed here because I had a business. I stayed here because my son was here, my mom was here. All of them moved out, and I didn't need the business anymore. So it's
Yeah.
like, why would I not go where it's cool?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I get it.
You ever sat next to anybody famous on a plane?
Yo, so funny. I sat next to Pauly Shore 2 weeks ago.
That's
A couple
right.
weeks
Oh my
ago.
God.
I knew
that's
that. I knew there was
funny.
somebody.
Yeah. So
Was he
yeah.
just the same?
So listen, I'm
Pauly Shore.
I'm coming through DFW, right? And I'm so like there's a million gates there, right? I don't know if you've been through Dallas, but it's huge.
Many times.
Yeah, and so
Love
I'm
it.
coming by, and like there's one gate that goes this way, and there's a seat on the end where I think I'm going this way, and I see this dude. Remember the movie Weekend at Bernie's?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Fucking looks exactly like the dude. So I'm
Yeah.
you know me, I'm just always blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I'm getting my phone to take the picture of the dude from Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
I walk by my gate because he's actually at my gate. I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
I walk by, missed the picture. I'm pissed. I'm whatever. It's like 4 in the morning. I'm tired. So I circle back. I'm like, I can't get the picture now, or whatever. I get on. Sure enough, that dude's sitting in my seat. And I'm like, motherfucker, what's the odds, right? So
Yeah.
I'm like, he's like, is this you? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, move over. So he moves over. He's got this dirty ass pillow with no pillowcase on it. He's in all thrift shop stuff. His
Yeah.
coat said like Justin on it or something. And he like,
Stop.
and he's just out instantly, and he stinks, right? And I'm like, dude, this is fucking terrible,
That's exactly how you thought it would be.
right? Yeah. And so
Put on some
like,
weight too.
and
I've seen a
so-
recent picture of him.
Yes.
Well, there's like so everybody sent this to me after I posted that picture. There's a ton of TikToks like what happened to Pauly Shore, right?
Yeah.
And it's
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, it's bad. And so, just like age wise, he really looked really old. I didn't recognize him. But
Yeah.
that's Pauly Shore in my seat, right?
Yeah,
and so
yeah, yeah.
I'm like, and I love Pauly Shore. Why?
I know.
Dude, I would have
Diodome.
chopped it up with
Yeah,
Pauly Shore.
yeah.
But this dude's a bum, right? And I'm like, get out of my seat, bro. And so
This dude's a
I'm
bum.
mad that he stinks, and I got to
Yeah.
ride next to him.
Of course.
And then I don't know why the flight attendant was so happy to help the dude. But he's like, hey, I got that seat for you. It opened up.
Yeah,
Come on
yeah,
up here,
yeah.
you know, whatever. And so he sat right in front of me. And I'm like, thank God, because that dude stunk, right? And so then we go to get off the plane, and the guy comes running. He's like, hey. My mom worked with your mom at the Comedy Factory or something like that, right?
yeah.
And instantly I was like, oh my God, that was Pauly Shore. And then we went down to get our luggage, and he's like, he's standing there like this, waiting for it. And I'm like, oh my God.
that is how he stands.
That's
too.
Pauly Shore,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it was whatever. I see a ton of people. A lot of times, like in LAX, you'll see but nobody looks like they do on TV.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
all
yeah.
look, and it's the airport. Do we even look like
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You're in sweatpants.
Remember
Yeah.
we always used to talk about Hotter on Facebook.
Oh
I think
my
we were
God.
gonna start making T-shirts that's this was like at the beginning of like people like filtering. Girls would post pictures.
That's
of
like the
themselves,
beginning of
and then
Facebook.
we go to Teddy's.
We might have been talking about MySpace back then.
Maybe, I don't know, but we would go to Teddy's and you'd see the same chick. You'd be like,
Who's that?
"Who's that?"
Yeah.
It was wild. It was wild.
I've seen a lot of that since I came home this time.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
what?
No, but things have been great. We see everybody in the airport.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
how come you didn't sell your Pittsfield house? You
a
still
good
want
question.
you must still have some nostalgic ties to the area,
So
right?
yes, I lived there. It's so funny, right? So I woke up. So I came home and I was gonna try to crash somebody's couch, but I have an open unit. It's a duplex, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had an open unit with a couch that my mom left in there from 2 tenants ago. And I'm like, you know what? I could probably get in there. I'm just gonna go there. So
Mm-hmm.
I called my buddy. I'm like, can you stop over and just see if the heat's on, electricity? Because I don't want to freeze. I'm coming from a 5-star hotel in Times Square the night before. I'm like, whatever.
I don't want to go
I'm gonna
slumming on
rough
my
it.
old couch.
Yeah, life changed a little bit since I moved. But I'm gonna go stay on this couch. And so I wake up and I have no blankets, no nothing. But I'm in like 6 hoodies. And I got my feet through the arms and I'm just all bundled up. And I smiled like looking around. I'm like, dude, I spent 20 years in this place.
Yeah.
There's a million nights with no electricity, no heat, no money. Like I've been through everything in that
Yeah.
place. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
luckily the other side would be rented. I would have lost it 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, I went through a lot of shit over there, but it was like, I wake up on this dirty couch wrapped in hoodies as blankets, and it was just like,
Yeah.
it was humbling, It was
Yeah.
like, dude, we've come a long way,
That's what I mean. Like, I would qualify you these days as a Pittsfield hater, but I know you don't hate Pittsfield.
I don't hate Pittsfield. I just
know?
hate that. I hate that nobody's trying to, I can't say that either. I just feel like from the top down, nobody's making it better.
Sure. Listen, again, you're not the first person to voice these frustrations. I do think there's people who are trying to make it better, but
I do too. And that's
but
why I took it
change
back.
is
I was like, I can't say
slow-
nobody's trying.
Change,
But
change
it's not
takes-
that slow when you go
Right.
other places.
Sure.
When you go other places, people that want to get shit done, get it done.
Yeah.
And it happens fucking quick, right? And it's like
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't happen here or New York or California. I don't know. Shit gets done overnight where I'm at. I don't know.
Except weed and abortions.
You can't do those. You will go to jail forever.
Exactly.
They'll kill you for
Like,
that
it's
shit.
interesting to me, these places that, and I get the appeal of a place like Texas, but it's just funny to me, like, what certain states, like, are strict about. and what
if
they
you
wanna
have
be
a
lenient.
weed,
Yeah, they hate
pen,
weed,
It's
huh?
a felony.
Like, why?
Anything manufactured, so gummies are felonies, weed pens, shatter, anything that's not flour, And I just heard flour just got decriminalized here for 2 ounces. You can have now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Riding around with
have
that's
no idea.
crazy. But down there, you have an abortion or a weed pen, and they're putting you under the jail.
Yeah. Is there like a lot?
But you can drive a fucking tank down the street.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Well,
right.
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 Really
Yeah.
shooing it too.
No inspection stickers.
No inspection stickers. Yeah, right, yeah.
I just got Texas plates. I just got a Texas license. That took me forever.
Yeah.
You've been through some terrible tragedy last December, and we're really sorry about what happened to your son.
Thank you.
You had to bury your son the first of the year. That's tough, man. My God.
Yeah, it was shocking when I heard that.
Yeah.
I mean, shocking is probably not even the right term. I couldn't, I've just known you and Kendall and Cam for so long that you just don't ever think, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a whole new life, right? So it's like the last 22 years of my life were based on that, right? And like only that, so moving away was one. I moved to Texas to get my kid back. So
where was he live? He was living in like Utah or something, right? For a while?
Yeah, so after high school, he moved to Utah, which great fucking pick.
Also super talented skier, biker. I mean, this kid
Yeah,
could do.
yeah, that's what I heard.
Anything.
Phenomenal,
Yeah.
phenomenal. I've never even been to Utah, even for work or none of that stuff. And he was like, it was between Big Sky, Montana or like Park City. He wanted to go after school. Cause it's like, dude, if you ain't going to school, you got to get a job. What do you want to do? He's like, well, I want to go to work at the ski mountain, First year chairlifts right out of school. Cool. Whatever. That sounds dope. Let's go. We went to Salt Lake and I was like, this is gorgeous.
Yeah. Salt
Have
Lake
you
is
been
great.
to?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
went last
right
year.
when you get off the
I went in
airplane.
April during the cherry blossom like season 2.
Oh,
And it was,
really?
oh my God, it was stunning. It was unbelievable. Yeah. Last year.
So he moved out there. Then he spent a little time out there, and that's when I took this job because I could finally I didn't have many responsibilities, and then he moved back, and we kind of got into a fight, and he went back out there, and then he blocked his mom and me for 2 years. So we had no contact with this kid for 2 years.
Wow.
And so for 2 years, literally, my only prayers were just like, bring my son back, you know? Finally, I started having some contact with him, and we're like, hey, let's work this out. I'm going to come out there to Salt Lake and be with you, you know? So I went out there, I was looking at places. I literally I got a penthouse in like the biggest, I'm acting stupid, you know, I'm trying to show off for him, you know? Got a penthouse downtown in Salt Lake. And then like right before I was going to move there, I was like, dude, your lease is going to run out. The penthouse is only like 1,500 square feet. I'm like, we're spending stupid money for this thing. You're probably going to have to move in with me. Let's go somewhere else, right? Like, let's get a fresh start. Because I knew he was having problems with drugs. And so I'm like, let's go somewhere where we can get a big ass house so we don't got to be on each other, right? And you know, fresh start. And so Texas was kind of that. And then when we got down there, I kind of seen how bad it was. And unfortunately, I'm not equipped to help in that manner, I guess, right? Because I did everything I could, you know? So Texas is this is the one thing I missed about Massachusetts. Somebody is fucking up as an adult here, you can get them sectioned at least, right? In Texas, I had called 6 crisis units, had been to 2 police stations, the sheriff's department, the courthouse, literally crying on all of them. Wild, like begging people for help. And I couldn't, there's nothing you can do, right? And so the problem with like mental health stuff, which is big now, I see in your paper with the, you know, what's going on from the Hinsdale shooting, things like that, is, you know, it's like, both sides are kind of stuck, right? Like people want more mental help, but then the mental health people are stuck at, so here's an example. I call the national crisis line. It's like star 888 or something, right? National. It's like 911.
Yeah.
And so I'm telling her, I'm like, hey, my kid's manic. He like, I don't know what to do. Like, you know, I need some help, whatever. Cause he had been just manic for like a week, crazy. And, she goes, can I talk to him? And he gets on the phone. He's like, hey, you know, I just moved here from Salt Lake, this and that. And she goes, Cameron, is that you? And my fucking jaw hit the ground. A national operator at the crisis line knew my son by name, by his story. And I'm like, you know, like I'm getting goosebumps. I'm like, what have I missed in the last 2 years? Like, how bad is this, you know? And that's when I kind of kicked into gear and like started trying to figure out how to help, you know? But there's in Texas, there's what's called a, involuntary warrant, right? Involuntary health warrant, I believe is what it's called. And so, and to a lot of people's credit, Molly Northup, you know her, they're sending me this information. Everybody's Googling. I'm looking for any help I can get, you know? And come to find out, there's one county in Texas that doesn't offer it, and I'm like 50 feet away from the line from that, and I live on the bad side, you know? So I couldn't get no help, you know?
So frustrating.
It's terrible. And, you know, what do you do? I don't know what to do. I don't know how to help. And, you know, he definitely don't want it. But when you talk to these people, all they have to say is, I'm not a danger to myself or others. Right. And there's nothing they can do. Right. And he fucking knows that.
Yeah. People figure out how to play the system for sure.
Yeah. What did the mania look like? What was he doing?
So I came home to all of my walls broken, holes in them. One of my bikes, I had like 4 motorcycles. One of them was stolen. It just beat the shit. I had a camera in my room. He comes in there butt naked and just started spraying the whole house with fucking a fire extinguisher, covered my whole room, and would wake up and not know any of the shit. Right. Yeah. He was just out of it. But because I travel so much, it's hard to get like a therapist. Right. So I have 5 therapists I'm talking to on BetterHelp, right? Like the fucking app. And I'm like, just help me understand this shit because I'm losing my kid. And every day I leave to fly away, I think he's himself. Yeah. And it's fucking torture, right? And like I went tubing down the New Braunfels River, and somebody sent me a message from a new Instagram that was like, hey, listen, you don't know me, but I know your kid, and he's done so much for me, and I love him, and he's a great kid, but look at this. And it was like a Snapchat, like, okay, chat, like, you know, whatever, checking out now, chat. And so I thought my kid himself and couldn't get back there for like 3 hours. The longest ride of my life. You know, and I'm like, fuck, man. And so like, that's when I went into high gear of like the police stations and like trying to find help. And it's like, dude, it's different. That's the one thing I did not like about Texas.
Yeah. People who need help should be able to access it. And as a parent or anybody, when your loved one's going through that, you don't know how to do it. You're not a mental health professional. You're not a clinician. No. Like, you don't know.
Did he want to be around you and with you? Like,
so that's why we moved together. You
Right.
know? It was like, let's bury the hatchet. Let's like a lot's changed in my life.
Right.
Lots changed in your life. I mean, and he needed it because his lease was out. He had everything's behind, $12,000 in credit card debt, no job for a year, and him and his girlfriend moved in with me, and 5 cats. Right. So like, where are you going to go?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've been praying for this.
Yeah.
I'm fucking ecstatic.
Yeah.
Let's go get it fixed. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I can give you everything I couldn't as a kid now. The difference between when I moved from here to there is, like I said, I feel like we've lived 6 lives since then because like everything is different for me. My, financial situation is way different. So like I can do anything in that manner now for him. Let's get, but like none of it matters when you can't nip the fucking problem in the bud and you can't get help,
How old were you when you had Cam?
23.
My God, yeah, you guys were that young.
Kendall was like 19.
Yeah.
Oh, you're older than
That's
her. Yeah,
crazy.
gotcha.
Yeah, she had gone off to University of Tampa, came home for the summer, got pregnant, went back to school. I remember I was just thinking like, oh my God, her parents are gonna fucking hate me. She dropped out of school. I'm like, they probably don't like me that much already. You know what I mean? Like her dad was a sergeant, so the criminal record was out when I first met him. Everything, and I'm like, great. Now she's dropping out. Now she's dropping out of school for me.
Oh,
The criminal record was out when I first met me. Oh my God. Well, have a seat.
Yeah. So.
But you guys maintain, I mean, I know there was a lot over the years, but you guys maintain a pretty good relationship.
We talk more now than ever, obviously, like, and I don't know how much I should talk about because it's personal.
Right.
But she's not good with it.
Yeah. I mean, how can you be, Even when we were talking when you first got here, I'm like, I said, how you doing? How can you be doing?
Right.
Like,
I mean,
So this is why I want to talk about like what I've learned because I feel like this never gets talked about. Right?
So Cam did end up passing away.
So we got into it actually in a full ass fight, which I'm still in court over.
That was on. Some of that was on social media.
Yeah, he was posting stuff. Yeah,
You were asking the public, like, listen, if he's drug seeking,
so he had
don't
never
give him
left
any.
the house for 4 months when we moved there, right?
Yeah.
The idea was, come down, get a job, fucking blah 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 blah. These guys just they locked themselves in the room and stayed there, and it's like week after week, it just kept building. Where I'm like, I don't know what to do, and like for me, if I can't figure out everything, I get mad.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't want to, but like that's just how I react, I guess. And so I'm getting more mad every time I come home. Like, dude.
Yeah.
My fucking house is like $6,000 a month, bro. Like, and you guys have the electricity, you have the AC set at
and you're not doing
60,
anything to
and
contribute
it's 100
to the,
out. Like,
yeah.
bro, like,
Yeah.
it's like my electric bill's like $800 a month, and I'm like, dude, I'm fine with the money stuff, but like, it's just disrespectful at this point. When
Right.
are you gonna get a job? And so like. Now I knew it was drugs because I would come home, shit would be broken. He threw my father's ashes away.
That's tough.
My mom called me one morning before my morning meeting, and like I had to host my morning meeting, just bawling, right? Like thinking, like, what how bad is it? You got to throw like, and my dad was his favorite person.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on over here?
Because the drugs change you into somebody that you're not.
It's
you know
weird
what I mean?
because my brain has now separated the two people.
Yeah.
Pre-drugs and post, and it's almost unrecognizable to me to see the pictures of him afterwards.
It steals
it's
people.
so bad.
Yeah.
What were we talking about right before that? There was something that
You said you wanted to talk about something that's not talked about.
Oh, so until you lose somebody, nobody's ever talking to you about it. Obviously, one thing that I learned that I think people should at least hear is I probably got 3,000 messages in a couple hours, right? Nobody knows what to say in these situations.
Yeah,
So
of
let
course,
me just please say I am so grateful and thankful for every single person that reached out. It means the world. But one thing that like runs numb on you is the I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And it's the first thing we all do, right? Because I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I'm like,
Yeah.
for what? What'd you do?
Right.
Right? It's
Right.
like you didn't do anything. And so like we were talking about before, 1.4 million views I got on my Facebook when I posted that picture of fucking, him being gone. And I think there was like 800 comments on that. I still haven't made it through those comments. I got halfway through in a couple of months, but the I'm sorry's fall on deaf ears.
Yeah.
The things, and again, everybody's different, but the things that meant the most to me was like the people that were like, listen, I know there's no words. I want to share a cool story of your kid. And those all stuck out. And like, I don't know who that helps. You know what I mean? But like, I instantly changed into, I'm never saying sorry to anybody ever again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, and we're programmed to that.
Yes.
That's all you hear.
But to your point, there's nothing behind it. There's nothing, and it's not because your intentions are bad.
I don't want to sound like there's nothing behind it because somebody's reaching out. They have to take the time to either text it or whatever.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking
and
of you.
I'm so thankful of that. I don't want it to sound like I'm not.
No, it doesn't.
I realize that when somebody's going through it, you don't. To me, I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah.
It's funny. I feel like if people don't say that, they feel like they're not going to take their like condolences seriously. Like when Bart Razor's father died, I didn't say I'm sorry specifically for that reason. I just said what a legend or legend.
Like that to me.
But what was going
like,
through my head was, oh my God, he's not going to think I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No. But like but like what are you sorry for? And the other thing is like
what are you sorry for?
The one thing I hated was like. That really, but like, if there's anything I could do, I know that has the well wishes. I know I
there's
get
nothing
it.
You can
but
do.
like, there's like, can you? I started answering with like, can you do a time machine for me?
Right.
No, all right. There's nothing we could do, you know. But like, I don't want that to sound like I'm not super grateful for everybody that reached out. It's just until you talk with somebody who's going through it, because I go through it. Like, I was happy to cry my ass off before I came here. I found out I have a limit of how much I can cry during a day. And I was like, I think I got it out. I don't think that, you know, so that I knew this would come up, obviously. And you know, I'll be able to talk about it and not be fucking a mess. You know?
We had Carrie Hescock on. I don't know if you know her. Her son, Jake, unexpectedly passed away when he was out for a jog in Boston of a heart condition.
Oh my God.
But she said the same thing. She was like, you know, I get my tears out so I know I can be ready to talk about, share his story and hopefully impact other people's lives.
It's tough. It's like.
Cam was 21.
21. Yeah.
How's his girlfriend? I mean, what's
so
going
here's
like,
the crazy part. 2 days before he died, he got engaged. So it's his fiance.
Oh my gosh.
She's here. I just flew her out last night. Tomorrow's his birthday. That's why we're here. So.
Oh, that's why you're here.
Yeah, 428.
Nice.
Oh, that's why. Gotcha. That's the 428 connection.
I
saw
thought that
too,
was his motocross number.
It was his motocross number, but it came from his birthday.
Gotcha.
Right? April 28th. The tears I heard, or the noises she made at the wake, man, will haunt me forever.
Oh yeah, man.
It keeps me up at night.
Yeah.
And right before they buried him, like that shit knocked me down.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, they literally didn't leave the room for probably 3 years together. Only them two and their cats, right? It's like, so can you imagine?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, I can't.
Fucking what a sweetheart. And me and Cam's mom were like praying that she's pregnant, you know, or like selfishly hoping that she ended up getting pregnant, and you know, she's not, but it's a new life.
Yeah.
It's a whole different
how has it changed? And I know it hasn't been that long, but like how has it changed your life, your perspective on things, your attitude? Like
so I don't remember who it was, but somebody reached out and said, look up what the 7 stages of grief are. Do you guys know about these?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they are, but I'm aware of them.
Yeah, so
anger, denial.
I didn't. Yeah, so like anger, denial, things like that. And then so like the first month I was going through that, and I would sit at, like, I didn't go home for a month. I would just jump plane to plane and try to go somewhere and keep my brain busy. And it really got to a point where I was like, why am I not more broken over this? You know what I mean? Like, am I a shitty person, right? Like, but my brain wasn't accepting it yet.
Yeah, totally.
And after about a month, I had gone to a motocross race in Houston, and I was driving home from there. And fucking from Houston to Austin, there's nothing. You're in the country, right? You only have your thoughts in country music, which is like, even when you're happy, you're gonna fucking cry, right?
Yeah.
And the ride between Houston and Austin was the first time that it really hit me. And there was a parked car on the side of the road, and I sped up, and I was gonna hit that shit at like 120. And you know, last minute, I'm thinking, what if there's a family in there? You know, and that was the first time where I was like, wow, this is hitting me hard. I even like put that on my story. And then I went home, and 6 times in 6 different ways that day, I thought about how I was gonna kill myself.
Yeah.
Really?
And it hit me so fucking hard. And there was this one song that just like got me, and I couldn't stop playing it. And I'm like, this song is going to make me myself, and I can't stop playing it. Right. It was like, but it was almost like, I need to feel this, you know, because I feel like I haven't felt this yet. And now it's like, wow. And then I was like, man, I need to stop feeling this before I really do this, you know?
Yeah, no, of course. It's delayed. I remember when Georgia passed, I felt sort of like you. I was like, why aren't I all like broken up about this? I'm sort of like, you know, I mean, it was almost a relief, you know, for our family, unfortunately, to say that, because she was sick for so long. But I understand. And then it's sort of like the tears sort of came later.
Yeah, it's weird. And a lot of people are affected when it's a kid, you know? So it's like, I you know, for me, it was, I didn't have a chance to really sit there and figure everything out, because for me it was, I don't know if it would be fight or flight or what, but it was like, all right, I got a lot of shit to handle, right? Like there's a lot of people hurting. There's a lot of things that need to get done. I got to do a wake. I got to do a funeral. I got to go fucking pay for everything. I got to go, let me do this, right? And so like that kind of kept me busy for a little bit. And it didn't even really feel real until like I heard her cries at the wake and at the funeral. And even still after that, it took me a good few weeks to be like, holy fuck, my best friend is gone.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible. Yeah. And so to answer your question, what changed? I'll be quite honest with you. I feel like I have zero reason to live, quite honestly, right? Like I have a whole bunch of shit going for me. I'm doing the best I've ever done in my life. I have everything financially and materialistically that I want, but like I didn't realize how much of a motivator that he was for me to get all these things, right? Yeah. And so it's like trying to find purpose. That's what I was looking for. Trying to find a purpose.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that makes sense.
Like I didn't sleep for a month. But I got up and performed at the highest level and killed everybody in my company with sales and run my morning meeting in the most motivational way. And all my guys are, you know, like making good money, and I can do that. That's like automatic for me. But then I'll go home and sit in my hot tub and fucking cry.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what is it for? What is it all for? You know, that's my feeling.
It won't always be this way. You know,
unfortunately, it will always be like this. And that's the one thing that I've looked at everybody is like, you know, the people that we know that have lost people 20 plus years ago, that, hey, brother, it's always going to be like this. Right. And so will it change? Is it easier to accept?
Maybe that's not to the severity.
Yeah. I mean, but here's the thing. It's like, I'm not at risk myself. I want to be clear about that.
Yeah.
But I also don't see any reason not to, right? And so I walk that line every day, and I'm like, well, I do. If my mom wasn't here, I'd be gone. I fortunately have.
God, it's still so fresh for you guys, though. And I know it's never going to, no amount of time is ever going to change what happens. But, I mean.
This is the first time I've been back to go to where he's buried. And, you know, luckily I'm able to go up there and kind of do these things on my own. I'm more of a lonely guy anyways, where I want to do my shit myself.
Yeah.
You know, everybody reaches out. You have a big network. You have a big, you know, support system. It's like, I don't know. I don't work like that. I don't lean on nobody. And I probably should.
Is he at St. Joe's? He's at St. Joe's, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I recognize from the photo. I'm not creeping you, but I'm you coming on the podcast, so I thought I should know something.
No,
oh my God.
He's a creep.
Which my house is across the street, so back to your point, like, what is the nostalgic value of keeping this stupid fucking house on Peck's Road? Well, my kid grew up there. I grew up there, right? Like,
I get it.
It's across the street from where my kid's buried forever. You know, it doesn't really cost me anything. So you know,
why do you think you have such a wide network of people? I mean, you have your social media pages are big. I mean, you must affect people in a positive way. Yes, no? I mean,
I think I affect people.
You're pretty contagious. You know what I mean? Like,
when
somebody says, "Oh, do you know Mike Mac?" The first thing that I think of is like hilarious, like wild times, like just like good old like just kids being kids, young adults being young adults, just being like super and wild and like belly laughing and just doing dumb shit. Yeah. So I think you kind of have that contagious personality that
you might have provided a release for people who are uptight. I don't know. Like I said, I don't. I don't know that much about you, but like, I mean,
I haven't really been around like my friends. I don't even really have friends in Austin because I'm never there, and I don't drink and I don't go to bars anymore. And so it's like I'm not really in spots where you're just out meeting people. You know what I mean? So like I'm pretty by myself when I'm like one dude that I hang out with down in Austin right now, but I'm never there. And so it's been a while since I've been around like my childhood friends.
Yeah.
And one thing too that I learned from somebody else on Facebook, and now personal experience, was this woman that I'm friends with lost her daughter. And she made a post of like, it's kind of weird how nobody that's important in my life really reached out or like was there when I needed them, but it was always the B or C or D list friends that are on you know what I mean? And it's like, and I'm like, I'm going through that, you know, like my best friends that I consider my best friends, best man in weddings, shit like this, right? Like nobody reached, not nobody reached out, but it's like, you get the I'm sorry in the beginning and then that was it, right? And I'm like, I was flying around with one of my buddies every Friday, Saturday. We're in a different city doing motocross stuff. And I looked at him, I was like, dude, you haven't liked one of my posts since my kid died. Nothing. And he was like, honestly, brother, I wake up and I fucking cry and I want to call you and I don't know what to say. And that made sense to me, right? It's like there's a lot of people in that situation that are close to you. And I was talking with Rick, my barber, shout out Mr. Barbers, this morning. And I'm like, he's like, buddy, I call my mom every day and cry when you post. He's like, we're a fucking mess over this. And he's and he's like, how many times have I called you? I'm like, not once, you know? And like, so that's a weird thing to kind of do too. And if I didn't have such a big network and I wasn't so open to talk about this stuff, I would probably feel some type of way about, right? Like, why the fuck are you my best friend forever and you haven't even reached out? And I have these people that
barely know me, or I've only had a couple
pulled me out of a fucking hole of like, dude, I'm about to do this. You know what I mean? Like I'm done with life. And one message, ironically, would from somebody you don't expect. Yeah. And it's like things are funny. You know what I mean? I'm learning a lot of like what I should be better in the future. I'm not blaming nobody, by the way. No. People all deal with this shit differently. Like and another thing is like, I'm dating, right? Like I really, really want to find a wife.
I was going to say, that was my next question. Really? Do you want to get married?
Yeah. I really, really do. I'm super married. That was the other thing about Texas is like super traditional. They like traditional roles, you know, which I never really was into.
You're looking for a trad wife, huh?
Is that a thing?
Trad wife? Oh yeah, trad wife's the thing.
Okay, I want one of them.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Traditional wives. Like stay at home.
But they like really aspire for that down there, right? And it's like I like that. But here's the thing. The dating apps, right? Which I think are fucking terrible.
Oh my God. My friends just convinced me to go on it. And
you want to hear something crazy?
The fucking dumbest
I wasn't going to do it. Because
I held out for 40 years.
I just came from New York City, and I go in there again after this. And my Hinge was down there, and it's like supermodels from all over the world. And I'm like, this is fucking amazing, right? Why do I not live in New York City? I might go there for a little bit. I changed my shit to Pittsfield. Guess who the first person is? Marjo.
Was it really?
Swear to God, you're the first one. Big slash girl. Great. I was like, and then you know who was second?
That's so funny.
Dana. Swear to God. And I'm like,
That's so funny. How did you not screenshot that and send it to me?
I fucking did, but I wanted to not give you a heads up. I wanted to tell you right here,
right now. I don't care. That's really funny.
So you guys matched on a dating app.
No, we didn't match.
No, I'm just saying she was the first person I saw on Hinge when I put it in Pittsfield.
Gotcha,
I haven't seen you on there.
Yeah.
I took it right back out of here.
Wait. Did you want to... Were you thinking about marriage before Cam passed away, or do you think his passing has changed your idea on what you want in life?
So when I started this job, I was traveling a ton, and literally, like, if there's a way to master dating apps, I had that shit figured out. I was literally, this is like probably some shit I shouldn't say if I'm going to get a wife, but every single night in every single city, I had a new date with somebody.
That's not a bad thing.
Like automatic. It was easy, right? There was one point I had 5 or 6 steady.
You would just hit up a girl at like 5 in the afternoon and be like, do you want to go out tonight? And she just wouldn't have plans. She would be like, okay.
So there's a whole, like, I'm sick with the date.
I'm
like,
new to this.
I am so,
it doesn't make sense.
I know how to trick the algorithms. I have information that's worth money for dating apps. Okay. I swear to God, I was so good at it. But after about a year of that,
That doesn't seem like wifey material,
in
though.
Myself.
Yeah.
I literally got sick.
Yeah.
I literally got sick. Yeah. And the dating stories along the way, that's what you wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Those are, I have some great ones. But I was so sick over that. And then I met this girl and I was literally, so I would switch my shit as soon as my plane would land. So I would land in Hartford all the time, drive up.
Yep.
I seen my ex in Agawam or whatever, East Longmeadow or whatever. And I'm like, super like, and then,
Which one? One I know?
No, her.
Okay,
I don't even want to say her name.
Okay.
But
I was just curious.
I don't know. You probably seen her. I was going to Aruba. I went all over the world with her. And so I thought that was my love, right? And like, I'm finally, I hate the dating apps, but it's a necessary evil in certain situations, you know?
Yeah.
And then I went a year and a half where I was just like head over heels and fucking thought that was it. And
what happened?
It was so toxic. It was so bad.
Yeah. How old was she?
She was fucking everybody. Huh?
No comment.
How old was she?
38.
Yeah.
That's old enough to know better. You got to know better by 38.
So I go to Miami.
Wait, did you say she was sleeping?
Yeah, she was banging everybody.
I mean, I think like everything that she said wasn't happening. So listen, we broke up because it was just like.
Is she from? She's not from here.
She's just like Springfield.
Springfield. Okay.
Everything we broke up with. So I used to get called a narcissist all the time because this is the new hip word, narcissist and fucking gaslighting, all this
manipulative.
Bullshit. Yeah,
What was the last one you said?
Manipulative.
Oh.
So I actually had to.
Some people are those things.
Yeah, some people are.
I told you, and I know I have these traits, right? But like, I don't know what. So in my head, I always thought a narcissist was like a dude that takes a bunch of pictures.
Mirrors.
Yeah, I'm like,
in a mirror.
I don't know what the fuck this is
right.
until we broke up, and I like my heart was broken. I was fucked up, and I had like I was not good, and so I like started looking into relationship attachment styles, and I got a therapist try to figure out what narcissism was like, because I'm big on accountability, right? Like if it's me, and this has happened a couple times now, so I'm like, it's me. I got to fix my shit, right? And so I'm looking into it.
I'm very surprised, but continue. Go ahead.
I'm not the dude you knew in Pittsfield. I'll tell you that.
Go.
But anyways, like I did some deep work and spent a lot of money.
Good for you, dude.
And tried to figure all this shit out. And I was like, holy fuck, she is all of the things you were calling me, right? And I'm like, not that I have narcissistic traits for sure, right? But yeah. Us two together was not good. But it fucked me up. It was really bad. And that's when I moved to Texas too. And like I was down there with no friends. My kid wouldn't come out of his room. I'm in this new state. And I got to tell you, for the first 2 months, I'm like, fuck Texas, dude. Like this sucks. Yeah. And I got this, my dream house. You know what I mean? And listen, I'm crying to myself to sleep in my spa and hot tub and pool. And I'm like,
but that
how
doesn't
bad
mean
is it?
Just because you have other things going for yourself doesn't negate like the shit you're dealing with. You know,
I know that more than anything.
Yeah.
I'm
Both
in
things can
2
be
months. I'm up on that lease, and I'm probably moving into a motorhome.
Really, you're gonna simplify, huh?
Yeah, I mean, like.
Well, I was gonna say, if you're only there, what's the point of having? I mean, I guess if you wanted to be a home for you and Cam, I understand that, but like, wouldn't you just have like a studio apartment or something if you're only there a couple?
Yeah. I think I might just build something. I don't know. I think I'm buying 2 motorhomes. I'm gonna put one in Salt Lake so I can do weekends out there because his fiance still lives out there, and I don't care what happens in this world. She's got me
family
forever.
To you now.
Yeah. And then I like Texas for my address for tax purposes.
Yeah, no.
You got to prove you're there a certain amount of days, though, right?
Well, I might.
I mean, listen, I'm not.
I probably I have a house in Texas, and I probably don't qualify to be there. But I'm nowhere for 6 months.
Yeah.
So I work 3 days a week somewhere, some new city, and then usually from Friday, Saturday until Sunday, I'm in another city wherever the fun shit is.
Yeah.
Right? I have a bazillion Sky Miles. I have hotel points. I have free rental cars.
Yeah.
It costs me less to go to the, whatever, than to go home.
Yeah.
I literally just go there to feed my cat now.
Well,
You've always been a cat guy.
I'm allergic to dogs.
That's right. That's right.
That's what
right.
it is, yeah.
He's a savage, though.
I also had in my first apartment Mike McInerney's old couch. I had the tan suede couch from.
Did I get that back from you?
I don't know.
I think it's at my house right now. So we were just talking beforehand.
Wait,
I hope none of that makes it in.
No, Narragansett? When you were living on Narragansett? The house that you had with
I don't know, but I have that tan couch and I know it goes.
It's like what was the last apartment I had that in?
It can't be that one because this one would have been so beat up.
Yeah.
I was thinking about them.
But I had Mike McInerney's couch.
That was across the street from
I had it in many apartments. I was
thinking about that the other day when I stayed at your house one night and I slept on my couch. We'll leave the rest of the story.
So funny. But I thought to myself, I can only imagine, because you were living with another bachelor at the time. I don't know if you guys are still friends, so I just didn't want to.
No, we are. And that's like one of my best friends growing up, and that's one of the things I talked about. I haven't even talked to him about anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's just weird times, you know?
Yeah.
Listen, I know it's been a long time coming. You know, we've been talking about you coming on here, and I'm sorry it happened, you know, after your situation with your son and stuff, but, you know, wish you the best, man. You know,
thank you.
You're a
I
good
wish you guys the best. Listen, we were talking about it earlier. Like, I'm mad that this thing doesn't have more traction. I'm gonna push this one for sure, but I want to come back afterwards.
We can do part 2.
We're gonna bubble this one up. And listen, it's not much to break the current numbers. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
So I'm gonna. This one's gonna be your best viewed long form so far.
All right.
Probably by accident, and then we'll come back and revisit. I still want episode 69.
Find us on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram.
We'll find some old pictures to spike in during the podcast when Mike and I tell stories.
I will give you the dating stories from the road.
All right.
And he went through my Facebook. He came in today. He goes, back in November, you posted, I wish somebody had a podcast. I got some stories to tell. I was like, dude, I can't. I said, I can't say some of those. No, it's great. I love that. That's background work.
No,
exactly.
Listen,
and I'm glad you said it to me over there and not over here.
Yeah.
Because you were like,
humana. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think I want to talk about those in the same breath as losing my son, you know?
Understandable.
So like,
Understandable.
But we do have some fun stories that we can rip through.
Yeah. We'll come back for part 2.
Mike Mac, everybody. We appreciate it, man.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks.